Giving up, letting go. Times we might feel compelled. Looking down from the heights that we.
Hey, how's it going guys? AG2Byte here, and this is my take on the extremely popular Pocofone F1 from Xiaomi. Now, this is an extremely popular device right now, and due to a couple of reasons, starting from the specs. So the F1 has a Snapdragon 845 processor, 6 or 8 gigs of RAM options, 256 gigs of storage, a massive 4000 mAh battery, Adreno 630 GPU, and all of that starting at a price of rupees 21,000. What the hell? Now it seems to be in a direct competition with OnePlus. A few years ago, if you remember that, OnePlus used to be that company which offered high-end specs on a price much lower than the flagships. They kind of are still doing that with the 6 and the upcoming 60, but the Pocofone F1 just takes it to the next level. So how well this has been implemented? Well, the performance is smooth and fast as you would expect from a phone running Snapdragon 845. There are seemingly no lags and the overall experience is smooth. Now switching between apps is also quick and the fingerprint scanner is at the right position. It is fast. There is also a face unlock feature which is surprisingly fast. The battery on this thing is a massive 4000 mAh battery, and while at one side it feels a bit heavy in the hand, on the other you get a very good battery life. I'm comfortably hitting about 6 hours of battery still left at the end of the day. The camera. The rear dual camera setup has a 12 megapixel f1.9 dual pixel autofocus primary lens and a 5 megapixel f2.0 secondary lens. That's a lot of numbers. And the pictures in general came out to be good. Obviously you cannot compare it with some of the high-end devices and flagship devices, but they were good. The front has a 20 megapixel sensor on it. Now you can record up to 4K 30 FPS on this phone and slow motion up to 1080p and 240 FPS. The camera also has this AI mode which can detect up to 25 categories of objects and 206 different scenes if you're into that. It has a USB-C port and a 3.5mm headphone jack for people who are still using it. So overall, there is a lot of good things about this product in general. Now here's the thing, when you see a device like this at this price, you probably think, how is that even possible? I mean, you have to really nitpick to find the corners that they cut in order to get all these features at this price. So that's what I did. First is the design. So this is a full plastic body construction. There's no metal, no glass, just the shameless plastic. Phones way under this price have a much better build than this. Also, this is heavy. Like if you pick this in one hand and the Moto G6 on the other, you would definitely feel the weight difference. A large part of that weight difference comes from the massive 4000 mAh battery, and the weight distribution is not even throughout the body, which is kind of weird. Next is the display. This has a weird resolution of 2246 by 1080 pixels and an even weird aspect ratio of 18.7:9. The screen is not very bright at max brightness, so if you're like using this in bright sunshine, this might cause a problem. You can also not play online content in 1080p on platforms like Netflix and Amazon Prime, but YouTube works fine though. So if that bothers you, that's the thing here, and that's what I'm sharing. And then is the UI. Honestly, this is a pretty subjective topic, but I hate MIUI. Now, there are a lot of people who actually like MIUI for a lot of features and things. No offense to them, but I just feel like it is not my type. Like, I would prefer stock Android experience over any third-party skin any day. Trust me, if the Pocofone F1 had a stock Android experience, this would probably be on top of my recommended lists, but there's nothing you can do about it. Also, there's no time display on the top when you have the clock widget on the home screen. which is kind of weird. But at the end of the day, this is a great phone. A lot of that comes from the fact that this thing offers a lot of high-end specs at a relatively less price. There are a lot of good things about it with a bit of compromises, but if you think you can live with it, just go for it. Go and buy this. Okay, that's been it. Thumbs and subs if you love this, share this to 3, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.